Hey everyone, this is David Pike with Motorcity Mechanic again. I've got a series of videos that I'm spitting out right now as far as Jeep Wranglers. I've got one I'm going to show you today on how to remove the radio. The particular year model that we worked on was a 2011. So I'm kind of stick to that right now because I do know they change interiors slightly over a period of time, different radio, stuff like that. So I can tell you for sure in concrete this was a 2011. So I'll show you step by step on what you need to remove to get access to it and things you don't necessarily have to remove that you can actually kind of reposition out of the way. Just take your time, try not to scratch anything, use your plastic trim sticks. Remember that's one of the most important tools, especially on interior work. Also, like I said, when you'll see throughout this video, there's a couple things you can be careful about, making sure you don't bend too far and break. Otherwise, the stuff you got to take loose, there's only a few items if you go the route that I'm going to be describing. So, you go ahead, get your little notepad out and your little piece of paper, pencil, and jot down your notes. And don't forget, you can always replay this over and over, same thing. So, you get comfortable while I get my hands dirty for you. Alright, so in order to get the radio out, you've got to get this upper piece off. Now, you would think by looking at it, you just push up. In this case, no, you do not. On the previous Wranglers, you had to take a trim panel off and get some screws. On this particular body style, what you've got to do is this piece only goes right to this area, and you get your trusty trim stick, get up under an edge, start popping it loose from the back side and on the sides. Once you do, the front will slide up and off. Now this one actually has a module on it, so watch out because you can only go so far with it. So we're going to just keep it to the back. We're not actually going to take it off. Now we got to work on getting two bolts off here. These are going to be 7mm. Once we get these two 7s off, we'll start working on getting the rest of the trim loose. Alright, so at this point we're getting the 7mm off. Set them to the side so we'll keep up with them. We'll go ahead and grab the top piece and start working our way down. Now, in theory you don't have to take it all the way off. All you really need to do is get down low enough to get to the radio. You can spend all day taking all the panels off, but if you'd like, you could just reach back up in here and start taking the screws loose and do it that way. It's all about saving time. There's enough flex in this thing. This thing will bend slap over almost without causing any problems. Now we can actually grab the radio, pull on it, and go up. Now we just got to get up underneath it to get to all the connectors. Get the radio connector, then you've got your everything from your regular radio antennas all the way down to your satellite antenna. You got to disconnect. It's a matter of squeezing in on the connector and kind of wiggling. There we go. And there we go. There we go. We've got the old one off. Now with the new radio, what we do is we just go up here, reach behind the cover, and start snapping in all of the antennas. Well, like I said, a radio antenna and the satellite antennas as well. Once we get that in place, we'll snap in the main connector that powers up everything, including all the speakers. This one only has one on this particular model. And we'll just slide it down in the hole, line it up, get a nice little, there we go, position it just correctly. Now all we gotta do is go back with our 4 7mm to hold it in place. Not much to it, and like I said, you've got enough flex in this trim piece here. You don't have to worry about disconnecting everything, getting it out of your way. You can actually do the job without taking it off. Just take your time. Just try not to bend it down too much. There we go, we've got that. So now all we're going to do is just snap it back in place and work our way down. Make sure we snap it the rest of the way. There we go. Everything's firmly seated, everything looks nice. And we've got our two on the top edge we got to put back in. And then with the upper trim piece, remember you got a module, so you can't just go all the way forward. You go just in front of it enough to get the lip up under, lay it down, a couple of nice little firm snaps, and it's a matter of making sure it works. There we go. You got power, everything's working fine. Awesome. So with that, that's the radio install. All right, there you go. Now you know how to get the radio out. So you saw how the upper trim piece was, that if you were prying on it in the forward position like you might have thought you were supposed to, you could have damaged it. So the key was always getting from the sides and back, work it up and get it off. Now that forward piece of trim, like I showed you, it will flex enough. Now don't go crazy if it's pulling too far or you will break it. Like I said, I just do what I need to. I try to work smarter, not harder. So just take enough room. I get in there for cordless drill. You can get in there for a little ratchet and you won't have to move it even that far. So take your time with that. And like I always say, I want to say it again and again and again. Trim sticks, plastic, not metal. That way you don't scratch nothing. We want everything looking the same way it was when it came in. We don't want no little your initials carved in the dash accidentally. So you don't want to have to spend money fixing someone else's car that's not yours. So with that, make sure you subscribe to the videos. That way you always get notified and you'll become part of the Motorcity Mechanic Club basically. You'll get any notifications, stuff like that. Also, if you got any comments, it could be pertaining to this or any other videos or any Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram vehicle that you can think of, I try to do my best to answer them in a timely manner. So definitely ask me what you want. If you got any suggestions for upcoming videos or something you might want to see a repair done on, let me know, because sometimes it gets filed away up here to where when that vehicle comes in I think, oh, I remember now, someone requested a video. Let me see if I can knock it out real fast, because that's what these videos are for, to help people. So if you let me know what you need, I try to do my best to make it for you, and I try to personalize them if I can. So with that, check out Facebook. That's another thing we've got going on right now. It's at Motorcity Mechanic. Yeah, it's also a link on the main channel page here at YouTube. Check that out. Share, like, do whatever you can to help make this channel grow, because the more people we get on here, the more views, the more I have the ability to make this thing grow bigger and better, because it does take a lot of money to do stuff like this. This is not nothing I make a killing at. This is actually something that I'll probably break even at sometimes. So please help me to help you. And you can do that by also supporting us on the main page. If you want to donate anything because you feel that this video helped you out in any way, please feel free to. Like I said, every dollar helps in any way. It's not going to stop us from making videos if you don't, but your appreciation is always greatly appreciated. I just said it twice. Sorry about that. But either way, always stay tuned for more, because I'm not going to stop making videos for you.